kill this stupid upbeat music right now. We're in a just absolute hellhole of a spot right now in the sports world. We don't know what is happening to Juju Watkins.
Juju, not Juju.
Damn it, Juju Watkins.
Juju.
I went back, and you know I can't watch injuries. If you're just tuning in to us, we appreciate you. Like and subscribe, whatever. But Juju Watkins, I would say, at the very least, the second most popular basketball player in college basketball, men or women. Juju Watkins, USC Trojans, really came onto the scene last year. And she is, I think, between her and Paige Beckers, I will lean towards her. As we just talked about her for about 20 minutes yesterday, and it's all of this luck has started with Jaden Daniels and his mother. And I'm watching the game as they are beating the hell out of Mississippi State in the second round. And Juju's on the fast break. And next thing you know, Juju is screaming, pounding the floor in pain, grabbing her right knee. She can't put any pressure on it. And ultimately, she gets scooped up, picked up, and carried out. And this is not a good thing. I mean, we're like this. This is one of the stars of the next couple of weeks in women's basketball. I'm not saying she's about to Caitlin Clark this thing, but people know her and enjoy the game and want to watch it. Hell, she had all of everyone in LA, Kendrick Lamar, anybody was just coming out to go watch her games. Snoop, everybody. And now the way I'm just going to say the way she looked, and you know how athletes know their body, the way she looked like she pulled a Tank Dale. That's the reaction.
Damn.
The reaction, I'm hoping she didn't because Tank Dale knee
That shit was
exploded.
bone popping bad, bro. That was.
But that's the reaction she gave was in pain, big time pain. So I just prayers up to Juju. Can I just say, I find it very uncomfortable expressing that I think she is a beautiful young lady just because I'm 40 and I'm certain she's 20 and I don't feel like she's crossed the threshold yet of me to be able to say that she is attractive. I just want to say that at this point in time. But prayers up to Juju.
How you gonna segue that back to prayers up, dog?
I'm just saying.
I got questions, man. You can't just leave. No.
That's on my heart. I'm just saying. I believe.
What is that threshold, though?
I'm not sure I know it yet. I want to say 21, but I don't feel like next
21?
year. I don't feel like next year I will feel comfortable saying, like, damn, man, Juju, nice. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable saying that.
Hey, bro. Hey, I'm gonna let you know right now. She's 19. Chill out.
Oh, she's 19. Okay,
she's 19.
A couple of years.
Chill.
Again,
chill.
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't feel like night. Yeah, I need.
Also, I'm 34 and my cutoff is 25. So you being 40 and looking at 21 is kind of wild, sir.
I'm just saying, I don't even know what the cutoff is. I said I want to say it's 21. How old is Caitlin? Because you was calling her a baddie all day. I don't think she's 25.
Hey, we finna Google that.
She's probably, 22, 23? She's gotta be young, right?
Yeah, I'm about to say up here coming at me. I'm just saying.
All right, she's 23 on the dot. We got 2 years.
So you a creep. You creeping out.
Calm down. I'm not saying all that.
I don't.
She also carries herself like an older woman. You know what I mean?
Carries herself like an older than 19.
But I think it's 19.
She's a teenager, sir.
Yeah, 19 is too much.
She's a teenager.
I know. I think 20. I think 21 makes me feel uncomfortable at 40. I'm just saying.
20, 21, I could see that making you feel uncomfortable. But I think it depends on how you're saying it. It's not I don't think it's creepy to be like she is a very attractive young woman or she's very pretty or say it in a respectful tone. But if you're just like creeping and like drooling over a 19-year-old woman at the age of 40, then that's creepy.
And see,
You're Brent Musburger and who is it, AJ McCarron's girlfriend? Like, that's creepy.
Listen, at 36, listening to you say it made me feel uncomfortable. Just listening to you say that, oh, she's a very pretty young lady. No, I can't even go there. Nice young lady. Nice young lady. That's
Caitlin's still my baby though. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Is she still you? So your cutoff is a bunch of bullshit. Clearly, like you just made up. You just told us 25, and now you're stepping back on 23.
But that's usually the rule I go by is 25. You got to be older than 25. But I will make certain exceptions. And Caitlin Clark is that exception. Okay. All right. We good, Ron?
Juju, 24 and a half a game, 7 rebounds, and now she got this knee injury. Like the way she got hurt, there's no way she's coming back. I just hope there's like some Paul Pierce in there, like when he went off on that wheelchair and stuff like that, and then he came back and beat the Lakers in the fourth quarter. I'm hopeful of something there, but it does not look good.
I got a question, Ron.
Prayers up to Juju.
You think Gina put some bad juju on Juju?
It don't look good right now for her. I don't know what she done. I'm just saying all of this is going downhill since Gina got in between the two of them.
Damn, Gina. Damn, Gina.
It is. It does. It's rough that it happened after that.
If you're Jaden, do you reach out right now? Like, have you already reached out? Like, have you left
hey, baby girl, I just want to make sure you're good.
Have you sent a text? Have you sent a text already? Like, while it like maybe and she hasn't checked it yet, probably. But have you sent a text or do you wait? Like, because you want to show.
Damn, you good? You good? You okay?
Yeah, right? Just checking, man. I just want you to know I'm praying for you.
I don't think you can do it while the game's still going on.
You can't.
No. I don't think they're not there yet. They're not there yet, even if they somehow exchange numbers and she slid her digits past his mom.
I like how you're assuming that Gina allowed that number exchange to happen. Gina
I believe he had it. I believe he was texting and apologizing to her 2 seats over last night. I most definitely believe that. Oh yes.
You can't do it because everybody's blowing her up. You can't do it during the game.
No, but you don't call. You don't call. No, but this is a pivotal moment here. If there's something like he's already taken a strike with Gina. This is a pivotal moment. How do you handle this thing? I'm probably firing a text like saying, "Hey man, take your time. You don't have to get back with me. I just wanted to let you know I watched you and man, I've been thinking about you and I'm praying for you and just let like right there. I think you win here. You win here.
You think sending flowers is a good move?
Oh boy, I don't know about that. You don't now much? At this point. Now the sending flowers thing, you don't want to scare her now. You don't want to push up. Like you don't want to come off too aggressive. Unless she has given you some reason to be okay with coming off that aggressive. But I don't get the sense that I think just that shoot that text out. Shoot that text.
Can you tell my dating life is a mess?
Yep. Maybe about 15 minutes after the incident occurred. All right. But I'm like, as soon as Holly Rowe gives her report that she doesn't have anything, then I'm shooting the text right then and there. But yeah, it's a thing. It's a thought. Do you wait till now? Do you wait till after the game? Do you wait till tomorrow? Like, but you can't. But you
wait until after the game. No, I don't think you can wait until tomorrow.
This thing happened in the second quarter. I don't know. I mean, in the first quarter. So I don't know. I mean, this is a heck of a situation he's got going here. But I ultimately, same thing I'm sure Jaden is saying, and his mother Gina. Prayers up to old Juju Walker. there's a lot I want to get to. I feel like we have a hell of a heat check as we do every night. I want to get to the heat check as we get there. I want to get to this Josh Reddick story because I want to hear how you all feel about this Josh Reddick story. I'm gonna get there at some point. I don't know whether there's so much to hit right here. I want to go here with CJ Stroud or the fake CJ Stroud. I think it was the final night of the Houston rodeo, and this CJ Stroud lookalike waltzed his ass up to the rodeo, and these people ought to be ashamed of themselves. These people who were out there and allowed this to happen, that made themselves believe that this was CJ Stroud. That this is, I mean, it can't get any more gullible than this. That to think that CJ Stroud would come to the Houston rodeo solo in his own jersey. And now I will say this, do you have the video of this? Do we have video of this?
I didn't know there was video.
Oh, yes, there is video of this fella walking around. And I'm telling you, Steve, he looks like it. He has really taken the time to really find the details of the look, and it's there. And he's got, these idiots are taking pictures with him, taking photos with him. I mean, it's an embarrassing look. And trust,
all light skins look alike.
Now listen, you would normally say that, but this fellow really went to work. This fellow really made himself like I could like. Now I know CJ Stroud's not going to come to the rodeo in his jersey, but I think this guy could, dressed properly in a darker lit room, I think he could pass for it. And he was just rolling with it. But it clearly is not CJ Stroud. And listen, I will say it can happen to anyone. Lord knows at the Super Bowl, I got duped by a fake Stephon Diggs for every bit of 30 seconds and just didn't know how to get out of it. So, yes, you can be duped. But this CJ Stroud thing was just absolutely embarrassing to you even think that CJ Stroud will walk in there. He probably took pictures with 10, 15 people and got in for free. He got in, and then they didn't make you pay. He got into the rodeo for free. I mean, it was
to find video. Hang on.
Oh, you're trying to find video of it. Listen. It is that the people should be embarrassed. And honest to God, I think people, and I hate to say things like this, but some of the members of the security and the people who let him in for free should lose their jobs. They should not come back next year. I know that may be harsh, but you can't mess up that. Can't do that.
Well, the wonderful thing about the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is that it's actually run by a bunch of volunteers. So like, this is not their day job. This is like what they do for fun for a month out of the year, and a lot of them do it so they can get better tickets. All right, let's watch this video.
No, you can look at that. I mean,
he does look like CJ though. That's crazy.
Like he went into detail with the hair. Look at this guy, fired.
Hey, but he's obviously like Puerto Rican or something. Like,
it's taking pictures with him.
He's like obviously Puerto Rican, bro.
But come on, man, CJ's like it's a dead giveaway.
Wild.
It's a dead giveaway that he shows up in his own uniform, right? Like nobody's coming, and it's not even an authentic one. It's like a replica. It's a replica. But
it's like a Walmart Texans jersey.
But he has done
so funny.
What's it, Raiola? He has done what that guy, the kid from the quarterback in Nebraska, has forced himself and cut his hair and everything to look like Patrick Mahomes. This guy has pulled it off. Look at these people taking pictures. That's is just funny. Security. And he got in for free. That's the big part. Like somebody's got to lose their jobs. You just let some random fella, as you just said, Osita, some Puerto Rican gentleman just waltz his way in.
What's Puerto Rican? He don't look Puerto Rican to you?
It's just a rodeo, though. Like
No, it's not just a rodeo.
This isn't the Super Bowl. I don't think anybody needs to lose their jobs over this. It's
no,
just a rodeo.
No, who played that night? Like Post Malone played at the rodeo. Like this.
If it was last night, it was just Luke Bryan. You know what I mean?
Well, Luke Bryan. I mean, he's like I know that feel like it's a bit disrespectful to Luke Bryan as you just referred to him as.
It's just Luke Bryan.
It's just Luke Bryan.
It's
but
just Luke Bryan.
That's a big star that you just let. You think it stopped there? Do you think he just walked in the building or someone show him to a suite, or did he get some preferential treatment to roll in there when he got in there?
Oh. I think that dude at the club tells people that he's CJ Stroud.
Oh, he's definitely.
For sure.
He has definitely got stuff out of this.
Yeah.
But he can't. Do you think he's wearing the jersey every time? I cannot believe people bought it with the jersey.
Him wearing
that is pretty ridiculous.
Funny. I feel like players don't do that anymore. Like they used to show up to like charity things and like fundraisers. I feel like in their jerseys, they don't do that anymore.
That
will happen. That will happen. No, you show like at a charity event, you show up in your jersey. That's not as you're going out on the town. Do you think he's got all the different colors in his car? Today I'm gonna
go. He's got battle red ready to go.
I'm going battle red. Let me go Liberty white one day. No, I didn't even know we were gonna go this way with. Well, I know we're gonna have fun with CJ the imposter. But what is CJ Stroud? Not the Puerto Rican fella, but I mean the real dude. Like, what is CJ Stroud? Because I think we're in a space where a lot of people are getting nervous right now. Like, not just I think a lot of Texans fans, some Texans fans, now they won't admit it, but many of them are getting nervous. And I think a lot of people are starting to get nervous right now with the thought of, is CJ Stroud, like, what is he? Because we thought like this is a dude that is a great player. This is a dude that potentially is going to be one of the best we've ever seen. This is a dude that might get up there and be in the same breath of Josh Allen, in the same breath of Joe Burrow and Lamar, and maybe might be the next one in line to challenge Patrick Mahomes for the throne. I mean, Greg Jennings lost his mind before the season started and said, he's my MVP after one season. He said, I got him as the MVP. He's an elite quarterback. We said that already. I think now we have rolled after 2 years, and there is a bit of a, what is CJ Stroud? Is he what everybody thought, or did we obviously maybe we need to pump the brakes because we went a little aggressive with CJ Stroud, but I think Texans fans and some football fans who really, really are excited about CJ Stroud because he's an easy kid to root for that are fans of CJ Stroud are sitting there like, is he those dudes? Or is CJ Stroud like, is this Geno Smith? Is this what? I
think everybody thinks that. I don't think anybody's saying, is he the next Geno Smith?
I'm just Geno is a solid quarter. All right, what's the tier below the great quarterbacks? Who sits in that tier below that?
Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff.
All right, maybe that. Is he Jared Goff? Is he Jared Goff? Maybe Geno was disrespectful. Is he Jared Goff or is he those Jordan other guys? Is he Jordan Love? Is he in that? Like, what is he? Because last year, I think a lot of people are saying to themselves, all right, this was Bobby Slowick, and this was the offensive line. But I think some people are maybe a little nervous and scared to say to themselves, was it all of that? Or was some of this CJ Stroud? That's why this year is a big year to figure out who is he?
Yeah, and I admittedly was a little too bought into the Texans last year, despite their offensive line issues. And that wound up being the thing that I think tanked their entire season. It was also Bobby Slowick, who a year after he was like one of the hottest head coaching candidates in the NFL,
all of a sudden became
fired
stupid
from his job. But it was the same thing in Stroud's rookie season. It was just that Slowick was a new offensive coordinator, and teams didn't have the tape to totally break down and dissect his offense. And then the big problem in year number 2 of Slowick was he made absolutely no adjustments, which is like, you have to constantly be adjusting in the NFL, and the best offensive coaches do that. We see them develop new skill sets and new ways of approaching things. Sean McVay has been one of the best coaches in the NFL at that. Matt LaFleur in Green Bay has been one of the best coaches in the NFL at that. Andy Reid's always good at that. But they just didn't make any adjustments, and the offensive line played even worse in year number 2. And CJ Stroud got wrecked mentally early in the season. I still think CJ Stroud can be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, but right now he's in like the Dak Prescott tier.
That's a good one. Yeah, Dak.
Until he proves it again. And last season, the Texans had injuries. Like, their offensive line was just absolute garbage. And then Nico was hurt for a big chunk of the season. They lose Tank Dell late, and Tank Dell was also coming back from a major injury. So maybe he wasn't even healthy until midway through the season. Then Diggs goes down. Like, it all just kind of fell apart to the point where at the end, it was just like, you could tell the Texans weren't a team that anybody had to worry about. Like, they weren't anything significant, no matter how well CJ Stroud played down the stretch. But I still think he can be a superstar quarterback. They just have to figure it out. I don't think the Texans have done that this offseason, but it's simply just try to get him mentally right, because I think they broke him early in the season with how bad the offensive line was.
Yeah, and see, when you say stuff like that, I think that kind of makes me try to figure out who he is. Like, a year don't just generally just break the elites, right? Right, like that's not generally what. Well, like,
we've seen Mahomes struggle with this in stretches until.
Did you ever think that Patrick Mahomes was broken?
At times, yeah, there was.
You thought he was broken
the last few years where for whatever reason Mahomes just turning the football over left and right, just making bad decisions over and over again, pressing things that he doesn't need to press. Like, yeah, there's times where I've thought, like, okay, what the hell is going on with Patrick? But he always figures it out. And I think CJ had some good games last season. Like, he had some stretches where he played well.
See, I'm just saying, right? Like, I've never ever felt any of the elites. Maybe I'm sure there are some, but I've never in my mind that I could think of ever felt like any of the elites were broken down or were just broken and that everything that's happened has just broken them mentally. No, I've never felt that. I think, and I'll be honest, I am somebody who wants to see CJ. I love greatness, and that first year of CJ was just greatness. And I love to see it. And I am hopeful. I want to, if this makes sense, I'm hopeful, but I am not 100% sure that it was just all the other stuff around him. Like, I'm hopeful that it was that Bobby Slowick just didn't make adjustments. I'm hopeful that it is Bobby Slowick from year 1 to year 2 got dumb. I am hopeful that the offensive line it was the thing that really screwed them, and it wasn't as much of a connection to him. I am hopeful that it is all those other things so we can see the greatness of CJ Stroud, but I'm not 100% there just the thought of it. And I think there are a lot of Texans fans, and I'll see that you run into them. I think there are a lot of Texans fans that are deep down hoping and clinging that it was all that other stuff and not CJ. Because if we roll in next year and we start to see some of the things we saw crept up, because I think it's very fair what you just talked about, Serda, and what many people believe. I think it's a very fair thought that the offensive line and the game plans and the schemes were the absolute main culprit that led him down the road of looking different from what he did year 1. I think there is a fair thought that may be the case, but I ain't 100% there. And I know there are some Texans fans and NFL fans that are nervous nervous that wasn't all just the offensive coordinator and the offensive line that struggled that led CJ Stroud into looking like the way he did last year. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for it. I am hopeful that, as you said, I thought that's a good thing. Maybe Geno was slow. I take that thing. But is he Dak Prescott or is he Joe?
Oh, come
Burrow?
on.
I'm just no. I mean, oh, come on. Dak Prescott finished second in the MVP race last year. Is he 2 years ago? Is he in the range of Dak Prescott, which is what, anywhere from 8 to 12 best quarterbacks in the league, or is he up there with Joe Burrow? Or and where people thought he was going into last year? Because I'll be honest, last year, Serda, what would you say rank? What area of quarterbacks did you feel like he was? For me, he felt like he's in like the 12 to 15 range with his play last year.
I mean, preseason, I was ready to put him top 5, but yeah.
I know. I'm not asking your preseason. I'm talking about after what the hell you saw happen out there.
I would say, yeah, I think 12 to 15 is a fair assessment.
So Osita, when you come out and say, "Oh, come on," that's lower than Dak. So you come off.
The thing is, you're speaking as you're not a Texans fan. You know what I mean? Like you're.
Well, what does that have to do with it?
Because I mean, look, man, I feel like we've had this conversation before. You got your team, but you are well versed in other teams, but obviously there's going to be a little bit of bias from you. I think that, and I'm a Texans fan. I will say, admittedly, I'm a fair weather fan. I'll be completely honest. I don't really keep up that much, but this past year I definitely, had an eye on the game. And I think all the things that you mentioned are the main reasons why he didn't look as good on the field. There was a glaring problem with the offensive line. There was a glaring problem in the offensive calling. He did see his best friend Bible study homeboy fucking damn near ruin his career right in front of him. And he did have, a couple of shitty games after that. These are all things that you do have to take into account when you see what happened. And I mean, not one man isn't going to win a complete football game. You know what I mean?
No, not one man is, but he just played differently. He played
differently because of all the things I just talked about.
Sure, and that is I know for you, as you said, there's bias. I got no bias. I'm just calling it how I see it. That's your bias that all of those things occurred. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, all of it wasn't just the offensive line. He held on to the ball too damn long at times. He also sat back there and didn't act like he had an offensive line that struggled. I'm going to tell you, the offensive line was horrible and had major issues. And I do think is a big part that led especially to the beginning of him getting shook up. But we're going to find out here soon, because next year, if it looks closer to last year as opposed to year one, and again, you can take your little punk ass biases on, because I am hopeful that it looks like year one. I love greatness. I do. I'm a fan of greatness.
We know LeBron, Beyonce, all that. Yeah.
Yes.
Eldrick. Greatness.
I cheer Tom Brady. I cheer for greatness. Now, it may not be my favorites. Juju Watkins. That's killing me right now. There's greatness potentially out. But I'm just saying we're going to know, because next year, as I said, if it looks closer to last year than it did year one, I don't know how many people are going to lean on it was the offensive line. And by the way, I don't think they have done an immaculate job of making that better since last year ended. But I don't. But still,
player.
I can understand why they did that. I just thought maybe they'd replace him with somebody a little bit more. Like, I thought they may replace them with more things a little bit more closer to helping the situation. As of now, we haven't seen that. But I'm just simply saying, man, next year, if it goes that way again, I think it's going to be a different conversation. I think it's going to be a different talk. And I think it's going to be something where they're not mentioning CJ Stroud in that space anymore. I think it's going to come off into a space where CJ Stroud is no longer in the conversation of the Josh Allens and the Joe Burrows. It's going to move forward. Because right now, I think before cock block, I think Jaden Daniels is probably in the thought process past him right now. Like in my opinion. So I listen, I want you to calm down and not think
I'm calm. I'm calm. No, you were the one. You were the one going off, man. I love bias and all that stuff. Punk ass bias.
It was a punk ass bias.
Wild, sir.
I love that you have your passion and emotions for a team that you don't really keep up with. I love that you have your passions and emotions because someone said something bad about real CJ, not fake CJ, and now
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's your
CJ the Puerto Rican. Not CJ the Puerto Rican. That's what we're getting.
Yeah, maybe that's who was stepping in for some of them games last year. Maybe he wasn't just a stunt double at the rodeo. Maybe that was him in that Packers game where he threw for 80-something yards.
Oh, come on.
Maybe that was him on that thing right there. Tail. Bye. I need a damn update on Juju. I ain't hear no updates on Juju. They, however, do have a 30-point lead in the second round of the tournament without her, as they are beating the hell out of Mississippi State. But I need a Juju update. Damn it, is what I need. All right, we will get to Big O's heat check a little bit, but I want to run this Josh Reddick story past you. Josh Reddick, I know, Serda, you've never heard of him, and OCD, you probably hadn't either. Josh Reddick is a baseball player. As we start baseball. Right there. Yeah. Josh Reddick played for the Houston.
I've heard his name before, but I would not be able to pick him out of a crowd.
Yeah. Again, you don't have to lie to kick it, Steve. Yeah. I mean, you just you don't know it. That's fine. And nobody's holding it up against you. There you go. You got him from the Arizona Diamondbacks. I mean, good Lord. All right. But he won a championship.
Is that not where that's not where he plays now? I don't know.
No, he doesn't play anywhere now. But Josh Reddick, formerly of the Houston Astros. So co-worker of mine, Tyler Milner. Shout out to Tyler Milner. It was his wife's birthday, and Josh Reddick is like her favorite player. And I don't know. I mean, he was more of a guy that they were winning in spite of than actually having a lot to do with the winning. But I digress. But for some reason, he was like her favorite player. He was her guy. She bought the jersey of Josh Reddick. She did it all. And it was her birthday. So old Tyler said, "Oh, I'm going to use that. What is it, Cameo? Is that what that is, where you can call up different people?" So he found Josh Reddick on Cameo because, of course, he's on Cameo. And went on there and said, "Hey, can you wish my wife happy birthday?" Send the video over there, do a happy birthday thing, and bam, wham, bam, is going to hit it for the birthday. And he sent over there and he hit her with the, hey, Megan, this is Josh Reddick. I'm here. I hear I'm your favorite player, and I just want to wish you happy birthday. This is from Tyler telling you happy birthday, blah, 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 this and that. But this joker did the video with his shirt off. Like he's all oiled up. He's got his, hair worked over, but he's got the video, and he's wishing his ladies, wishing her happy birthday and all this, and he got the shirt up. Is that foul? Is that messed up? Right? Like, what is he thinking?
Yo,
would you have a problem with Josh Reddick? Like, he didn't know he got to see it the same time she did. And here goes Josh Reddick, oiled down. And I'm asking him, I said, did he have on the jeans or did he have it where it was leading like D'Angelo? I'd have such a problem with this. What the hell you mean you had to? You think this is what he normally does when he wishes other people's wives happy birthday, or he wishes other people that he came out there chest up? Now, she enjoyed the shit out of it. She really loved it. Oh my, yes, Josh, thank you. But I'll tell you, man, I got to send an additional message to Josh. Like, hey, man, put on your damn jersey or something. Put on hey man, you ain't gonna be just in here oiled up with your shirt off. Well, you know I can't compete with this.
Hey,
I thought it was foul. I didn't know. Maybe I was doing just overthinking it. But I'll be damned.
My boy T Mills just paid to have his woman stolen. That's crazy. Why would Josh do that? That is so unnecessary, unprofessional, just weird.
Like there's no way that didn't have thought around it, right?
There was forethought.
I don't know what Josh Reddick's backstory is. Was he a douche when he played baseball? I feel like that's a common thing amongst baseball players. Like
I don't know.
It's always backstory. Was there any controvery, any issues with Josh Reddick as a baseball player?
Not like that I can remember. But I mean, apparently he's a me guy. He's got a Lamborghini with his name in block letters on the side of it that say Josh Reddick down the bottom part of it with the Spider-Man, because he's a big fan of Spider-Man. Like, I'll tell you, man, we'd have it. Like, I think I would be hot.
Yeah. I mean, I would be annoyed after spending. I mean, I don't know what it costs. I assume it wasn't cheap though. Like, it's probably $100-$200 or something like that, I would imagine, to get that filled and sent over. And then you have to deal with that. And then he sends a thirst trap video like to your wife. And I would have an issue with that. I would contemplate like tagging him on Twitter or something and be like, Josh, what the hell, man? Like, but also, I don't know, maybe so is he retired now? Like,
he's retired. He's retired, just not.
Probably, if he's that big of a me guy, like he's probably. I would imagine there's a lot of other Josh Reddick cameos where when they're specifically for women.
Is that a thing?
I bet he's got his shirt off in a lot of them.
I want to test it. Like, I want to say, hey man, hey Josh, does he do it for mothers? Does he do it? Like, I want to like. Hey man, it's you're my sister. She's turning 30 this year. You're my sister's favorite player. Do you think you can send uh, Amber a message? And then
Hey, quick question: Do you think you have to show him a picture of who he's sending it to prior to him sending a video back? Do you think he kind of judges it like that real quick? Like,
I don't know. I don't think Tyler sent him a picture of what his wife looks like.
I've never used Cameo. Like when you set up an account and you send somebody a request. I guess the comments could get in on this if you guys have any.
Hell, I've never used it either.
But is it like, because like some of those apps, once you set up an account, like you have to put in your information and everything. But then like when you send somebody a request, it's only your first name. Like, is it his full name? And then is Josh Reddick doing the legwork of like
just figuring it out?
Yeah, it's like it's for his wife, and he's like going and looking it up, like, oh, she's a Houston native. Like, did he play for the Astros? Maybe he's like, oh, I'm going to Houston in a couple of weeks or something. He's like looking up Facebook pages and Instagrams.
No, like I just can't believe that was not a situation, fellas, in which Josh Reddick just happened to get up out of bed or whatever and was like, oh, let me knock this one out real quick. And that it was some sort of an accident. I think he purposefully took that video with his shirt off just to I don't know, maybe he's thinking I'm gonna set the mood for Tyler tonight. And I'm gonna get her all hot and bothered by sending my photo with my picture of my shirt off.
So she's thinking about Josh Reddick when they
again. I don't know if that's what Josh is trying to pull off. I just can't believe it. Hey man, this wasn't just no regular chick that I'm telling you. I'm doing this for my wife on her birthday, and you got your nipples out. Freshly shaven,
all out in the air like that. That's crazy.
Freshly shaven and oiled. Oh man, I got it.
Because you can save those too, right? Like you save them to your phone. So she's like got that forever now.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Why'd you say this?
Well, that's like because she's gonna show that to people too.
Like look what Josh
to show that to friends and family members in all likelihood.
There's a text thread with that video in it right now. I'm sure. There's a text thread full of white women in Houston. They're just like, "Ooh, Josh Reddick. That's crazy."
I'm gonna say you're right. Like I think this is his thing. I do him like that's why. Like if you told me right now, judging by that behavior and that chance he took, if you told me right now Josh Reddick has an OnlyFans, I would believe it.
Got to make money somehow after you retire.
Yeah, I believe it. But Josh Reddick, man. You ought to be ashamed of your damn self doing that. As so eloquently put by Steve Serda. I'm asking you to send me, my wife, a happy birthday. You go thirst trapping. You're trying to get her to pull her panties down or something while she's watching this happy birthday video. Good Lord. Well, there's no other way to segue into Big O's heat check than that right there. Let's see. I feel like he goes out of his way to really get after it. Let's see where Osita's heat check is.
All right. So for today's heat check, I did have something prepared, but this Josh Reddick story kind of got me a little hot and bothered. You know what I mean? There was a point in there where we were talking about how he has a Lamborghini with the Spider-Man logo on it. And it just got me thinking. I think I know I'm really tired of seeing anime cartoon adults. Does it make any sense? I'm tired of, like, I get it. It was something that was really important to you while you were younger. I get it. And it's kind of fun, but like, look, man. Okay. So where I work, there's like a lot of, I see like 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds coming in and they're into like Gundam Wing and anime. And these are grown people. And
sounds like Steve Serda. Sounds like Steve Serda to me.
I mean,
is that close to home? Is that close? I know you're a Marvel guy, but like I didn't think you were a cartoon guy.
No, I mean I watch a lot of the animated stuff too, but I wouldn't say I'm like a diehard anime person. But I do. I mean, I watch some of it, but like there's like Crunchyroll. Like I have buddies who like have recommended anime series for me, and I'll go like look at it on their Crunchyroll account, and there's 1,000 episodes or something of a show. Like
I'm like One Piece.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna watch that. Like
exactly.
if it's a 10 episode short animated series, yeah, I'll check it out.
I'll give it to you. Cowboy Bebop, great anime, 1 season, beautifully shot, great music that I still listen to till this day. But I just don't understand like where like eventually do we not have to grow up anymore? Is that just I just see so many of them. So many grown-ass men that are just like strictly into cartoons I saw a grown man wearing a SpongeBob SquarePants hoodie today.
So
can we think about that for a second?
All of that is just weird as hell to me. I just like I'm talking, but you just stopping it there. I think all the like getting into the Star Wars shit, I think that's weird.
Hey, hold on now.
I'm not gonna chill. I'm just telling you, you're stopping it with cartoons.
Yeah,
I think all that shit.
Why don't you watch Andor? All right,
yeah.
Andor is
or
an adult series,
or not
Star Wars related.
Sure, or not, but like
there's something to be said for science fiction, but like I just feel like straight cartoons is just like weird, man. Weird. Well, it's just like, why are we still doing this at this age?
So I have several like comic book character t-shirts. that is something that I do. I have comic book apparel because I am an avid comic book reader. I read lots of stuff, but I wouldn't say like when I was younger, I read more like just like superhero stuff. Now I'm much more into like the darker, like off the beaten path comic.
Don't tame it down now.
Frank Miller Batman. Miller Batman. Cool. It's dark. Yeah. It's brooding. It's interesting.
Yes.
I'm just talking about this grown ass man, Josh Reddick, has a Spider-Man Lambo.
On the side of it, baby.
I have a Spider-Man decal on the back of my car.
Jesus Christ, Serda.
Miles Morales Spider-Man. It came with the limited edition comic book that I bought. I thought it was cool. It's a small one. I just put it on the back of my car. I thought it was cool.
Into the Spideyverse was a good movie.
No, stop it. You two can have conflict, Osita. Yeah, yes, you know it's lame. You know it's lame, yes, and you got it.
I'm fine with being lame, though.
I usually have your back, Serda, but like this is your.
I went to Comic-Con on Sunday.
I should have read the room. You didn't go to Comic-Con.
He picked it up and got it and said, "I know the perfect place for this. Back of my car."
Yeah, like I'm okay with that. I'm very comfortable with that. I don't know if I want to turn my. I don't really want to turn my camera around, but I actively have, like on my wall, there's like, that's like comic book, like,
oh shit,
that I purchased and hung up in my office.
All right, guys, this is probably going to be the last heat check for a while. I don't know if I'm going to be a part of this show.
No, this is healthy.
I might get fired after this.
This is healthy because you two.
I have Darth Vader behind me. I also have Lego Batman and the Mandalorian and Zombie Cyclops.
Hey, I still fuck with you, Serda. Hell yeah.
Of course. I mean, but we needed to. We needed to have this. You guys needed this conflict between each other because I'm the one that
it's not just comic books. I read lots of things.
You still watch the Rugrats?
No, but I watch Invincible. Have you watched Invincible? It's incredible.
I have definitely watched Invincible. It's really good.
Invincible's amazing. It's also maybe my favorite comic book of all time. It's absolutely incrable. Harley Quinn on Max, very funny animated comic related television show.
What was the one that was on Max that had it had Bane in it and like a Kite Man? Oh, Kite Man.
Yeah, that's Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that shit was funny. No, it wasn't Harley Quinn, but it just had Kite Man and his girlfriend, and then like Bane was in it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they had like a spinoff, but they're Kite Man and Bane are both in Harley Quinn.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Yeah. Look, hey man.
Why do you like conflict, man? What's going on here, Ron?
No, I don't like conflict.
Why do you want me and Serda to hate each other? What's going on?
I don't want you all to hate each other, but I know, as you know, that it begins to become a real relationship once once we can get past the nicety. See, right now, I know what the deal is, right? This is a new show. It's starting. We appreciate you all like and subscribe every night, Sunday through Thursday. But this is a new show. Now, both of you have relationships with me. You two are starting budding relationships. And it doesn't get real until you two have a disagreement. And everybody watches this who have watched this for the past, week plus can see that, oh, you guys are in the honeymoon stage of the relationship. See that? I like that. Oh, I like Severance. Oh, Severance is the greatest cinematic thing happening right now.
I mean, we seem to like
I
just be enjoyers of fine art.
I think people talk. I think you're doing it right now. I think people talk about White Lotus so much, like it's so great, but it's not better than Severance. You know what? I would say I don't think White Lotus is better than Severance, but it is really, really good. Like everyone sees the little cute, and you guys gotta have it. And this might be the first one where Osita looks at you because you have Spider-Man and Dr. Evil and Power Ranger stickers and VR Trooper
Dr.
stickers.
Evil.
Dr. Evil and Power Ranger.
Dr. Evil.
But you have those things.
I see where your mind went.
Not in this room, I have a bookcase that is filled with comic books that I have collected over the last several years. I feel like that's a very healthy habit. I don't think it's weird.
I'm not. Well, it's weird, but I mean, I just for a guy approaching 40. I mean, but I mean, hey, everybody's a little weird, but I'm just happy to see it. Waiting for this honeymoon period to end between you two, so you guys can feel comfortable, and it will really take off when you guys feel comfortable of busting each other's nuts. And now, you guys don't want a nut bust. There's been some things said between you two that you guys have heard of the other, and you wanted to say something, but you didn't because you're not ready to go there. But you guys are ready to go there with me, and that's why it feels good. This is great. This is progress for the night.
True, but I did wear. One thing that I've dialed back a little bit in the last couple of years is that for a while there, I was into buying like high quality, like comic book clothes and apparel, like. The Iron Man shirt that I wore at Comic-Con was like an expensive like Iron Man t-shirt, but I also bought this Star Wars Rebel Alliance like bomber jacket that is very nice. I've gotten many compliments.
Serda loves his bomber jacket.
It was like a $90 jacket. Like,
hey, look, man,
absurdly expensive.
I love that for you. It's not for me. I don't know. It's just
I won my fantasy league a couple of years ago, and from the same site that I got this jacket from, I bought this little Batman backpack that's like it's like a Batman like tactical pack. That was like $75. But I did it with fantasy winning. So it was
tactical. I don't give a damn what you do.
I use it every day. I can carry my laptop and stuff in it. It's a very handy bag. I use it all the time.
You carry around your laptop in a Batman backpack?
Yes.
Tactical bag.
Tactical backpack. Sorry, a tactical bag. A tactical bag. Is there a batarang in it?
No, but it is a very nice bag. And it's got this little like clip thing because it like goes over. And it's
look, after the show, I just want to see pictures of the bag. Honestly,
I'm not judging, Steve. I mean,
I am not judging. I'm judging a little bit. I'm judging a little bit, Steve. You know,
it's okay. But it's I've dialed it back. I said I knew it got a little out of hand there. I dialed it back.
I'm intrigued along with the people. Like, where were we at the height? Like where? Like what was the height like?
I mean, there's a couple years there after COVID where I was working from home and just sitting at home way too much, like by myself, and not really like going out. And I was just buying clothes and random things. But I was also buying tons of comics. Like I've slowed down on that too because I don't have as much time to read them. And I found a couple editions of something that I was looking for at Comic-Con for $1. So it was a responsible purchase at Comic-Con this week.
That's what it was. Yeah. Like you were making it seem like you were having to drag the 12-year-old in your life to Comic-Con. No, you wanted to go to Comic-Con. You were the person. You were the person.
I mean, I was excited to go. I wanted to see what Comic-Con Kansas City had to offer. It was a good time.
I bet your ass lit up. Oh my God, I bet you lit up. Like Osita, Serda is the type of guy that goes to, like, he cried in the theater for Avengers. I believe that is the case.
Avengers Endgame. Yes,
Endgame. Yeah, Endgame. Like,
but like once. I saw it 6 times, I think.
6 times in the theater. Yes, Osita. Yes, this is him. This is him.
I spent a decade of my life following all of those movies. All right.
That's how he would justify it.
The Infinity Saga. Marvel, I have seen every movie in that phase of Marvel 15, 20 plus times, probably.
Have you done, like, you've waited, like, to get to premieres, like openings of movies, like you've waited at the theater, right?
No, I'm not really that. Like, I don't like going like opening night when the theater's packed. I'm a go see a movie at 10 a.m. guy when there's nobody at the movie theaters, which I don't know if that's any better, but I like to go in the mornings.
Just smart move.
Yeah, man.
Smart move.
You saw it 6 times in the theater, or 6 times? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought that's what I thought that's what my memory said.
I think I saw Dune Part 2 5 times.
Oh, Dune Part 2 was sick though. That was an amazing movie.
5 times sick. 5 times.
I've read Dune multiple times.
It's my comfort movie. Like, it's my comfort movie. So I literally watch Dune 2 to go to sleep. Like, I throw that bitch on. And
incredible movie.
Out. It's a great movie.
Listen, again, I'm not judging you. It took me a while to get an understanding that, you know, some of our things are different. We have some crossovers. Like
I read comic books. You watch House Hunters. It's okay.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And I don't watch sports. It's all good, guys. It's all good. We're all here.
We're all here. And we've made a lot of great magic, right? Like, we've made a lot of great magic.
Maybe I should start telling y'all my heat check before I do the heat check. Maybe.
No. No, this is how we get to know each other. And Serda, don't ever try to take a House Hunter shot at me. Damn it, you're not taking me out on House Hunter. It's a terrific show. All right, not as much international.
You probably watched that Mike Epps house flipping show too, huh?
No, I don't watch that Mike Epps. I did try the Little John one. That Little John one, that was rough. That didn't hang on.
Actually, before we started recording tonight, I was watching Avengers Infinity War because I couldn't find anything to watch. And it's just like, it's like a comfort movie when I don't have things to watch. Like, I'll just throw on superhero movies. And so I was watching that for like 30 minutes before we got on.
I'm telling you, and Serda knows this. I cannot get into Marvel. The only time, like any of those movies, only time I've really, now I went to go see the Black Panther movies just because I felt like I had to, but I'm just not into Marvels. Like, there's never a boy. I've got to get out to go see Captain America. I got to go see. Is there a Hawkeye?
Very good.
Is there a Hawkeye movie? Does he have a movie on his own?
Not a solo movie. He had Disney Plus series though.
I'm not charged up to go see Iron Man. I've seen them because I've had a job where I've worked with kids and I've been, forced to watch them. But Serda and my wife, on point. Those two. right there that do the same things. Now she ain't gonna go watch the shit 7-8 times like Steve is. I mean, but they're into. I just not my thing. I just have never. And I mean, I don't think they're horrible movies, but it's just not my thing. This the Marvels just don't do it for me. Steve, my man said it's been a decade of my life for this. Like Steve's probably watched Dexter 14 times.
Jesus.
I haven't watched Dexter, the television show. No.
Yeah, how many times you've seen it multiple times? You have
Dexter. I didn't love Dexter that much. It was fine. I watched it once all the way through, probably.
Yeah. Okay. I just distinctly
talk about obscure science fiction shows. I could talk about some of those if you'd like.
No, I don't want you to do that. I really don't. I don't want you to do that. I distinctly remember one time after a show we did, you're like, I think I'm gonna go back and rewatch Dexter. I was just like,
I might have thought about that before the final season came out, but the final season was garbage. And they keep reviving it. Now they're reviving it again, apparently.
Oh yeah, they have the son of Dexter or something like that.
Yeah, but now I think they're like reviving it again, where like they revived it a couple years ago to kill him off again and rewrite the bad final season. But that show was bad, so now they're doing it again, I think.
What was it? Because I'll never forget. Me and Serda had a very similar thought process, just two completely different shows. What's the show with the mummies that just stayed on real long on A&E?
The mummies? You mean The Walking Dead?
Walking Dead, yeah.
The zombies?
Zombies. What I say? Mummies. Zombies.
He said the mummies.
But Serda goes.
I made it all the way through.
Serda said, I guess I keep watching it, but I hate it. I hate the show, but I have to finish it. I have to finish it. And I was the same way about Teen Mom. You remember? I was like, I'm the same way about Teen Mom. Like, I've got to ride. I got to ride this out. And
that's weird.
Teen Mom, man. They got me from the jump. I caught sure. Fine.
That's weird, bud. At least Fear the Walking Dead. Like I that was one series where I was just like, yo, like season 3, I was just like, yo, this is trash, but I can't not finish watching this.
Yeah.
I have to finish watching this.
Listen, The Walking Dead was bad after the first like 3 seasons. It was straight up bad for like 8-9 years, and I just kept watching.
And look, there are people out there who are more Teen Mom-ish than Walking Dead. And look, I mean, it's just good things. Now, I had to quit on it. I had to quit on Amber. I had to quit on Amber and Gary that sent me out.
That's I hung in a relationship.
I hung in there for 12 years. I did. I hung in there, maybe even more. I just quit Teen Mom maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. I finally took it off the DVR or DVR. I finally took it off. But I hung in there. I was with Macy. I was with Macy when she was 16 and pregnant. And you know what? Her son now is 16 and driving. I was there from the jump.
They went from teen mom to middle-aged mom, dog. That's crazy.
They did, man. Watched the
entire cycle.
Yeah, they did.
Wild.
It is, and it's The Walking Dead. Take us on home, Osita.
All right, so obviously it's a story of young love and a French girl. So I spent like 4 years seriously trying to figure out how to get with this girl, and